Well, howdy folks, I'm back on the channel. I know it's been a little while since you've seen me, but I'm here, and today I'm going to be doing another model build on the channel, since the last one seems to have taken off quite well. However, this is what you call video preparedness here. I got to dig for my props. It is not going to be the Viper that I promised to build at one point, which I do still plan on building. Problem is, with the plastic models and me, they take a while, and I don't have what you'd call an abundance of time. So, instead of the old Viper, I have voted to go for a slightly different route on the model building. And today, I'm going to be building this, the LEGO Speed Champions Porsche 911 Turbo from 1974. This one was released as sort of a tie-in for Forza Horizon 4, the video game, which I don't have. But, nevertheless, it's a 74 Porsche 911 Turbo, and I like these cars, and I love building Legos. And so I figured, why not build this one on the channel? Because it's an older car, it's a model car, it's that sort of deal, so I figured, why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and just get to building this. You'll probably see it in a time lapse, so I don't imagine it to be too long of a video, but I'm really looking forward to this because LEGO actually does a surprisingly good job of building models. It's almost like they've been doing it for 50 years or something. But yeah, it's not the most accurate looking, but you know, it's a bunch of plastic blocks, so I don't really expect it to be anything super special. It's the novelty of being able to build a Porsche with little plastic bricks, and I mean, this will take me less than an hour to build. It's only 180 pieces, whereas that is days of commitment, including paint and glue and all kinds of, you know, granted, it's fun to do, and I do still very much appreciate the plastic models like that, but this takes a lot less time, so I'm looking forward to this pretty well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this box here and see what we have in store. Thankfully, LEGO has a very good way of keeping getting their boxes to open. Well, I say that. And again, I'm going to come in and skirt up. Alright, let's go ahead and just open everything. Comes out quite nicely. We've got our instruction booklet here, which is actually smaller than the other ones that I've done, but we'll get to those later. Got a very small decal sheet, which are actually just peel and stick stickers, obviously, but it's just some black details that go against the white panels. Like, for example, these grill elements will be stickers here, I believe, and then the turbo and the Porsche logo for the hood and the turbo for the back. All of that is just going to be sticker stuff. As for the parts, here they are in the 3 separate bags, which is very important to keep the bags separated. It makes your life so much easier when you're trying to find parts to build these Lego sets. So I'm going to go ahead and open them up, spread them out. And, oh, see, I've just dropped a part already and I've knocked the camera and oh my goodness, this is a mess already. Oh, ignore my face. There we go. That little deviant gone running away from me there. So, I'm going to go ahead and probably, actually, real quick, find my little dude. Because the nice thing about these LEGO sets, which I just find really amusing and fun, other than everything about LEGO, which is literally just its existence is amusing and fun. Pretty much all of the sets come with a little character, which goes with the vehicles, and I absolutely love having these little minifigures. So, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this guy together. This one comes with hair. And there we are, our little Porsche driver. How about that? He's even got a Porsche t-shirt on, which I'm sure if you bought now in the Porsche store, it would cost about $100. It'd be a $10 t-shirt otherwise, but they slap a Porsche badge on it, so it's worth $100. So there he is. Oh, and he's face planted immediately. Must be going crazy. And he's got a helmet, because always remember your safety when you're racing, folks. Very important. So there we are. All right, let's go ahead and get building the car. Alright, and just like that, the time lapse is over, and the Porsche is finished. Just like that. So, also, just to be noted, since it's a Lego kit, we got spare parts and pieces, which is always a good thing, always a welcome addition to the collection. This one, in particular, came with 3 traffic cones, along with our little Mr. Dude here, and his helmet. So, just a interesting part here because Lego is very good about this, although I'm not very good at handling it. Mr. Dude here, which I guess we'll have to think of a name for him, leave it in the comments. He does fit inside the car. He can actually drive his Porsche. So there you go. Now, this is not the only Lego Speed Champions kit I have built. It's not even the only one I've built this week. In fact, the only other 2 that I have built, I have done in the last couple of days. So the first one that I built was this one here, the Ferrari F40. Now this one has 2 variations. It can be the F40 or the F40 Competizione. I just have it in the regular street-going version because, frankly, I kind of like it a little better. And the other one, which I just did yesterday, the McLaren Senna, which is like stupid, fast hypercar that came out only a number of years ago from McLaren, obviously named after the great Ayrton Senna. And it's quite easily the most complex of the kits that I built. It's very angular. It's got a lot of parts and bits to make it look like it does, and it is a stunning looking thing, even in Lego form. The real one is even more so. But yeah, so that, I believe, is the video. So there you go, my now 3 Lego Speed Champions kits, including this lovely 1974 Porsche 911 Turbo. So there we are. Alright, so let's take a little better look at the car itself here. Apologies on the sticker job. I must say that is far and away my most struggling part of any of these Lego Speed Champions builds is the stickers, because they are frustratingly tedious. To get them precisely right is next to impossible. So obviously the Porsche logo is a sticker, this grille design, these are 2 separate stickers, so getting them lined up is practically impossible, at least for me, because I have very shaky hands. Same with the back window. And the little turbo logo, which you can't even see because of the massive spoiler that is on there. But this one is by far the most interesting design. I keep dropping this car. It's by far the most interesting and strangest design. It's definitely an older Lego design for the way the wheels are held on. As you could probably see in the time lapse, it's a solid axle with these little hubcaps on the end of it to hold it into place, whereas the other 2 cars, I'll show you the F40 here, basically yoink one of these off there. It's this little element right here, a dual-sided element with the cross stitch that feeds into the back of the wheel, and a regular circular one, so they have these axle pieces, basically an axle joint type deal. This pin inserts into that, and then the cross stitch pattern goes to the back of the wheel, holds it in place, just like that. Frankly, I like that design better because it's easier to keep track of, it's easier to keep hold of, and if one of your little hubcaps goes flying, both wheels don't fall off because there isn't a hubcap, so it just stays in place as long as you leave it there. It's kind of nice. Either way, it's still a very fun kit to build. I don't really have any major complaints about it that I wouldn't have with the other 2, which would pretty much just be the stickers. I didn't enjoy the stickers. I never do with the Legos that have them, because, like I said, I got kind of shaky hands, so they don't always go on too well, but that's just something else. But either way, it's still a neat looking kit. It's cool to have a Lego Porsche, especially one as iconic as the 911. So there you go. That is the video. Pops, you got anything to add?
Nope.
Okay. Man, a few words as usual. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. This is Lugnut, over and out.